You feel it, don't you? That persistent hum beneath the surface of your daily grind, a quiet disquiet, a whisper of something more, something unfulfilled. You navigate the labyrinth of the modern world, bombarded by notifications, drowned in the deluge of information, constantly chasing the fleeting mirage of external validation. But in this relentless pursuit, have you ever paused to truly consider the one dominion that remains absolutely, unequivocally yours? The one battleground where every victory, every defeat, every triumph, and every tragedy is first conceived, first waged. I speak, of course, of your mind. For too long we have ceded this sacred space, allowing it to become a dumping ground for the anxieties of the age, a reflection of others' expectations, a reverberation of collective fear. We have permitted the external world to dictate our internal landscape, to sow seeds of doubt where conviction should flourish, to plant weeds of mediocrity where greatness yearns to bloom. But today, that ends. Today, we stand at the precipice of a profound realization. The world outside is merely a mirror, reflecting the state of the world within. And if you seek to transform your reality, if you crave a life sculpted by intention rather than circumstance, then the revolution, the awakening, must begin in the quiet theater of your own thoughts. This isn't a gentle suggestion. It is an urgent decree. Your mind is not a passive receptacle. It is a powerful forge capable of shaping destinies, building empires, and overcoming the seemingly insurmountable. But like any forge, it requires mastery, intention, and an unwavering commitment to its highest purpose. Consider for a moment the titans of industry, the visionaries, the architects of our modern world. Did they emerge from a vacuum of thought? Did their colossal achievements spring forth from minds muddled by indecision and doubt? Number. Look at the incandescent brilliance of Thomas Edison, who faced 1,000 failures before the light bulb glowed. Was his mind consumed by the whispers of impossibility? Or was it an unwavering beacon of a single burning desire? Each failure was not an end, but a stepping stone, meticulously analyzed, every lesson absorbed, fueling the conviction that success was not only possible, but inevitable. His mind was a laboratory of relentless experimentation, not just with wires and filaments, but with the very fabric of his own belief. He understood that the greatest invention is not something external, but the unwavering commitment to a clear, unwavering vision within. And what of Henry Ford, who dared to dream of a motor car for the masses when horses still ruled the roads? The prevailing wisdom of his time scoffed, mocked, and dismissed his audacious vision. But Ford's mind was an impenetrable fortress against doubt, a crucible where conviction was hardened into steel. He didn't just build cars, he built a system, an ideology, a new way of life, all because he first built it in the unshakable certainty of his own mind. His assembly line wasn't just a physical construct, it was a testament to the power of a single, focused thought, meticulously planned, relentlessly pursued, until it manifested in tangible reality. He understood that the greatest obstacles are not external forces, but the self-imposed limitations we allow to fester in the fertile ground of our consciousness. This journey, then, begins not with action, but with acquisition, not of wealth, but of clarity, not of external power, but of internal dominion. It demands a ruthless self-assessment, a fearless excavation of the deeply ingrained patterns of thought that have held you captive. Have you allowed the noise of the world to drown out the quiet whispers of your own intuition? Have you permitted the limiting beliefs of others to become the unspoken laws of your own existence? For true clarity is not merely seeing what is, but perceiving what can be, unburdened by the phantom chains of the past. It's the ability to strip away the accumulated debris of conditioning, the societal narratives, the inherited fears, and to behold the pure, unadulterated essence of your own potential. This is where the distinction between wishing and desiring becomes paramount. A wish is a fleeting fancy, a transient hope, easily extinguished by the slightest gust of adversity. A desire, however, forged in the fiery crucible of an unyielding purpose, becomes an all-consuming force, a magnetic pull that rearranges the very atoms of your reality. It is a deeply held conviction, an internal commitment so profound that it compels you forward even when the path is shrouded in darkness, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Think of Abraham Lincoln, his journey fraught with more setbacks, more personal tragedies, more political defeats than most could bear. What sustained him through the crucible of the Civil War, through the agonizing weight of a divided nation? It was an unshakable desire for unity, for justice, a vision so intensely held that it became the very air he breathed, the very purpose of his being. His mind was not a battlefield of doubt, but a forge of unwavering resolve. This clarity, this focused desire, becomes the bedrock upon which all subsequent success is built. Without it, you are a ship without a rudder, adrift in the vast ocean of possibility at the mercy of every current, every storm. But with it, you become a force of nature, a sculptor of your own destiny, capable of carving out a path where none existed before. It demands a rigorous self-honesty, a willingness to confront your deepest fears and your most crippling doubts. For until you illuminate these shadows, they will continue to dictate your trajectory from the unseen depths of your subconscious. This is not about positive thinking in a superficial sense. It's about profound, unwavering conviction, a knowing in your bones that what you seek is not only possible but inevitable if you are willing to pay the price in focused thought and relentless effort. The world out there, with its ceaseless clamor and its glittering distractions, conspires to pull your attention in a million different directions. It demands your focus, drains your energy, and offers fleeting substitutes for genuine fulfillment. But your mind, your sanctuary of creation, demands a different kind of attention. It demands stewardship, intentional cultivation, and an unwavering commitment to feeding it with the raw materials of your highest aspirations. Just as a master gardener tends to their prize-winning blooms, weeding out the invasive species and nourishing the fertile soil, so too must you tend to the garden of your mind. For every thought you entertain, every belief you harbor is a seed sown, and the harvest, whether bountiful or barren, will ultimately be a direct reflection of what you have allowed to take root. This isn't just about what you think. It's about how you feel about what you think. Belief, true belief, is not merely intellectual assent. It is an emotional conviction, a visceral knowing that permeates every fiber of your being. It's the difference between saying, I want to be successful, and feeling success in your bones, seeing it, tasting it, knowing it to be an inevitable outcome of your unwavering commitment. Walt Disney, for example, didn't just think about building Disneyland. He lived it in his mind long before the first shovel broke ground. He saw the laughing children, heard the joyful music, felt the magic, envisioned every detail, every emotion, until the physical manifestation became merely an extension of the vivid reality he had already constructed within. His belief was so potent, so unwavering, that it pulled resources, talent, and opportunity towards him like an irresistible magnet. He understood that the power of imagination, when coupled with unshakable belief, becomes an unstoppable force for creation. This depth of belief, this profound inner certainty, is not born of passive hope. It is forged in the fires of clarity and purpose. It requires a relentless questioning of your self-imposed limitations, a courageous confrontation of the societal narratives that have shaped your perception of what is possible. For generations, the collective consciousness has whispered tales of scarcity, of struggle, of inherent limitations. But these are merely stories, echoes of past conditioning, designed to keep you small, to keep you safe within the confines of the familiar. To truly reclaim your mind, you must challenge these narratives, dismantle them brick by metaphorical brick, and replace them with a new architecture of boundless possibility. This is not delusion. It is intentional self-creation, an active reshaping of your internal world to align with the magnificent destiny that awaits you. And here we confront the subtle but insidious enemy of all great achievement, doubt. Doubt, not as a fleeting question, but as a persistent shadow, a creeping paralysis that whispers, you can't. It's too hard. You're not enough. It is the saboteur within, the architect of procrastination, the thief of dreams. It preys on uncertainty, thrives on fear, and grows stronger with every unaddressed anxiety. To truly master your mind, you must become a vigilant sentinel at its gates, identifying doubt in all its guises, the fleeting thought, the hesitant action, the unspoken fear, and banishing it with the unwavering sword of your conviction. This isn't about ignoring challenges. It's about acknowledging them, analyzing them, and then with unwavering resolve, transforming them into stepping stones on your path to victory. Imagine the relentless pursuit of vision by individuals like Steve Jobs. He didn't just see a phone, he envisioned a revolution in how humanity interacted with technology, with information, with each other. His belief wasn't in a device, it was in a paradigm shift, a future he could vividly imagine and then relentlessly pursue. His mind was a cathedral of innovation, where ideas were not merely entertained but consecrated into tangible reality. This unwavering conviction, this profound clarity of purpose, is the engine that drives true progress, not just in technology, but in every facet of human endeavor. It is the silent force that propels ordinary individuals to achieve extraordinary feats, transcending the limitations of their circumstances and rewriting the very rules of what is possible. This level of belief, this unwavering internal compass, cannot be faked. It must be cultivated, nurtured, and reinforced daily through deliberate practice. It's a muscle that grows stronger with every conscious choice to focus on what you desire rather than what you fear. It's a habit of thought, built brick by painstaking brick, until it forms an impenetrable fortress against the assaults of negativity and doubt. This requires a profound shift in perspective, moving from a reactive stance where you are tossed about by the whims of external circumstances to a proactive one where you become the conscious architect of your own internal reality. You are not merely a recipient of thoughts, you are the conductor of your own mental symphony, capable of choosing the melodies that resonate with your highest aspirations and silencing the dissonant chords of fear and limitation. The disciplined application of this belief, this unwavering conviction, then naturally leads to the crystallization of your vision. A vision, not as a vague aspiration, but as a vivid, multisensory blueprint of your desired future. It's not enough to simply want success. You must see it, feel it, experience it in the theater of your mind with such clarity and intensity that it becomes an almost tangible reality. This is where the power of deliberate imagination, when coupled with unwavering belief, truly unleashes its transformative potential. Think of the greatest architects. They don't just sketch plans. They visualize the entire structure, walk through its halls in their minds, feel the sunlight on its walls, long before the first foundation is laid. Your future, your ideal life is no different. It must first be constructed with meticulous detail within the boundless canvas of your own consciousness. This vision, once formed, becomes your North Star, guiding you through the inevitable storms and uncertainties of the journey. It's the unwavering beacon that keeps you on course when the winds of adversity threaten to blow you off track. Without a clear, compelling vision, your efforts will be scattered, your energy dissipated, and your progress stifled by the alluring distractions of the present moment. But with it, every decision, every action, every sacrifice becomes infused with meaning and purpose, propelling you relentlessly toward your desired destination. This is why the great achievers, the true pioneers, spend countless hours in quiet contemplation, meticulously refining their vision, imbuing it with emotional intensity, until it becomes an almost obsessive pursuit. It's not mere daydreaming, it's intentional future, building a conscious act of creation within the realm of thought. Consider the meticulousness of someone like Michelangelo, who saw the masterpiece hidden within a block of marble long before his chisel touched the stone. He didn't just chip away randomly. He had a profound, unwavering vision of David, a mental blueprint so clear, so detailed, that his physical actions were merely the inevitable manifestation of what already existed within his mind. Your life, your success, your fulfillment are your marble, and your vision is the masterpiece waiting to be revealed. But it requires the same level of clarity, the same unwavering commitment to seeing the finished product, even when the raw material appears daunting and unyielding. This demands introspection, a willingness to silence the external noise and listen to the whispers of your own deepest desires, to excavate the latent genius that lies dormant within you. This isn't about generic aspirations. It's about specificity, about painting your future with the vibrant colors of detail, sound, and emotion. What does success look like for you? What does it feel like? What conversations are you having? What impact are you making? The more vividly you can construct this internal reality, the more powerfully it will pull you towards its manifestation. This practice of visualization is not a passive exercise. It is an active engagement of your subconscious mind, imprinting upon it the desired outcomes with such intensity that it begins to work tirelessly, often in ways you cannot consciously comprehend, to bring those outcomes into your physical reality. It's the silent, relentless force that rearranges circumstances, attracts opportunities, and opens doors that previously seemed locked. But a powerful vision, no matter how vivid, remains a mere fantasy without the unwavering commitment to a clearly defined purpose. Your purpose is the why behind your vision, the deeper meaning that infuses every effort, every struggle, every triumph. It's the emotional fuel that ignites your passion, sustains your resolve, and prevents you from succumbing to the inevitable setbacks that punctuate every journey of significance. Without purpose, even the most compelling vision can feel hollow, a grand structure built on shifting sands. With it, every obstacle becomes a test of your resolve, every challenge an opportunity to deepen your commitment to a cause greater than yourself. Think of the enduring legacy of someone like Martin Luther King, Jr. His vision was clear: equality, justice, a beloved community. But his purpose, the why that fueled his monumental efforts, was rooted in a profound moral imperative, a spiritual conviction that transcended personal ambition. It was this unwavering purpose that sustained him through unimaginable adversity, through threats, imprisonment, and ultimately martyrdom. His mind was a conduit for a higher calling, a force for truth and justice that resonated far beyond his individual existence. Your purpose, too, when aligned with something greater than mere self-interest, will unleash an almost supernatural power within you. It transforms work into a calling, effort into devotion, and obstacles into opportunities for profound growth. Discovering your purpose is not a passive revelation. It is an active excavation, a deep dive into the core of your being, a fearless inquiry into what truly ignites your soul and what contribution you are uniquely positioned to make to the world. It often lies at the intersection of your deepest passions, your unique talents, and the needs of the world around you. It's about asking not just, what do I want to achieve, but who do I want to become in the process? And what impact do I want to leave? This journey of self-discovery, while sometimes challenging, is the most rewarding of all, for it unlocks a wellspring of intrinsic motivation that external rewards can never replicate. When you are aligned with your purpose, every action, no matter how small, becomes imbued with a profound sense of meaning, transforming the mundane into the miraculous. This clarity of purpose, this unwavering why, is the bedrock upon which the most powerful force in the universe is built: discipline. Discipline not as a grim imposition, but as the liberating choice to align your actions with your highest intentions. It is the bridge between your vision and its manifestation, the consistent application of effort towards a clearly defined goal. Without discipline, the most brilliant ideas remain mere whispers. The most profound visions remain ethereal dreams. It's the unwavering commitment to do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, regardless of how you feel, regardless of the external circumstances. This is where the rubber meets the road, where the internal work of mastering your mind translates into tangible results in the external world. Consider the rigorous training of an Olympic athlete. Their vision is a gold medal. Their purpose is to push the boundaries of human potential. But it is the relentless daily discipline, the early mornings, the grueling workouts, the meticulous nutrition, the sacrifice of immediate gratification that ultimately transforms that vision into a shimmering reality. Their mind is a master of self-command, directing their physical being with an unwavering focus on their ultimate goal. They understand that every single training session, every single repetition, every single choice, however small, is a deposit into the bank of their future success. And they know that consistency, even more than intensity, is the ultimate determinant of long-term achievement. This is where many falter. The allure of immediate gratification, the siren song of comfort and ease, constantly threatens to derail even the most well-intentioned efforts. But the master of their mind understands that true freedom comes not from indulging every impulse, but from directing their energy with precision towards their most cherished desires. Discipline in this context is not a burden. It is a profound act of self-love, a commitment to your own highest potential. It's the consistent choice to prioritize your long-term vision over short-term distractions, to invest in your future self rather than settling for the mediocrity of the present. This requires a profound level of self-awareness, an ability to identify the insidious patterns of procrastination and resistance, and to consciously choose a different path. This isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about showing up day after day, week after week, even when motivation wanes, even when progress seems slow, even when the outcome feels uncertain. For it is in these moments of quiet perseverance, these seemingly insignificant acts of daily discipline, that the true foundations of greatness are laid. Just as a single drop of water, consistently falling, can eventually carve a canyon through solid rock, so too can the relentless application of disciplined effort sculpt your dreams into tangible reality. And this consistent application, this unwavering commitment, naturally leads to the most crucial element of all, inspired action. Action, not as a frantic scramble, but as a deliberate, strategic execution of your meticulously crafted vision. It's the bridge between the internal landscape of your mind and the external world of tangible results. Without action, even the most profound thoughts, the most vivid visions, the most unwavering beliefs remain confined to the realm of the theoretical. But with it, you transform your internal world into an external reality, breathing life into your dreams and sculpting your destiny with every deliberate step. This isn't about waiting for inspiration. It's about creating it through motion, for inspiration often follows action, not the other way around. Consider the meticulous planning and bold execution of space exploration. Humanity didn't just think about going to the moon. They built rockets, trained astronauts, and launched themselves into the unknown, all fueled by a collective vision and purpose. Every single step, every single calculation, every single launch was an act of audacious action, transforming an abstract concept into a breathtaking reality. Your journey, too, requires this audacious action, this willingness to step into the arena, to embrace the discomfort of growth, and to transform your intentions into tangible results. This requires courage, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. For fear, when unaddressed, becomes a paralyzing force, keeping you tethered to the familiar, even when the familiar is stifling your potential. But action alone, however bold, is not enough. It must be infused with a profound sense of gratitude. Gratitude not as a passive sentiment, but as an active principle, a conscious cultivation of appreciation for every step of the journey, every lesson learned, every challenge overcome. It is the spiritual lubricant that allows the gears of progress to turn smoothly, attracting more of what you appreciate into your life. When you operate from a place of gratitude, you shift your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant, from what is difficult to what is possible. This subtle yet profound shift in perspective transforms challenges into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and opens the floodgates to an even greater flow of abundance. Think of the profound resilience of Viktor Frankl, who found meaning and purpose even in the unimaginable horrors of a concentration camp. His ability to find gratitude for the smallest glimmer of beauty, for the faintest spark of hope, allowed him to transcend his horrific circumstances and emerge as a beacon of human spirit. His mind, though subjected to unimaginable torment, remained a sanctuary of choice, a testament to the power of human will to find meaning and purpose even in the darkest of times. Your capacity for gratitude, even in the face of adversity, is a powerful indicator of your mental mastery, your ability to extract lessons and blessings from every experience, transforming potential defeat into ultimate triumph. This isn't about ignoring hardship, it's about acknowledging it and then consciously choosing to focus on the lessons, the growth, the inherent beauty that often emerges from struggle. It's about recognizing that every challenge, every setback is merely a disguised opportunity for expansion, a crucible in which your character is forged and your resolve is strengthened. When you cultivate a consistent practice of gratitude, You elevate your energetic frequency, becoming a magnetic force for positive experiences and opportunities. You begin to see the hidden blessings in every circumstance, transforming your perception of reality and unlocking a profound sense of peace and abundance, regardless of external conditions. And in this ever-evolving world, where change is the only constant, the master of their mind must possess an unwavering capacity for adaptability. Adaptability, not as a passive acceptance of change, but as an active engagement with it, a willingness to pivot, to adjust, to embrace the fluid nature of reality. The path to success is rarely a straight line. It is a winding river with unexpected turns, rapids, and calm stretches. Those who cling rigidly to outdated strategies, who resist the inevitable currents of change, will ultimately find themselves stranded. But those who embrace adaptability, who flow with the river, who learn to navigate its unpredictable waters, will ultimately reach their desired destination, often discovering new and unforeseen opportunities along the way. Consider the enduring success of companies like Amazon, which began as an online bookseller and relentlessly adapted, diversified, and innovated to become a global e-commerce and technology behemoth. Their leadership didn't cling to what worked in the past. They embraced constant evolution, learning from their experiments and fearlessly venturing into new territories. Their collective mind was a dynamic ecosystem of innovation, constantly seeking new solutions, new possibilities, new ways to serve their customers. Your mind, too, must be this dynamic ecosystem, always learning, always evolving, always open to new perspectives and new possibilities. For rigidity in thought is the surest path to stagnation and eventual irrelevance. This requires a profound humility, a willingness to admit when your current approach is no longer serving you, and a courageous openness to learning from your experiences, both successes and failures. It demands a constant questioning of your assumptions, a ruthless self-assessment of your methods, and a willingness to discard what is no longer effective, even if it has brought you success in the past. For true adaptability is not merely reacting to external change, it is proactively anticipating it, understanding the underlying currents of the world, and positioning yourself to thrive in the face of uncertainty. This mindset transforms potential threats into exciting opportunities for innovation and growth. And from this wellspring of adaptability flows the unyielding power of resilience. Resilience, not as a naive optimism, but as an unshakable inner fortitude, the ability to bounce back from adversity, to transform setbacks into stepping stones, to emerge stronger and wiser from every challenge. Life will undoubtedly throw curveballs, deliver unexpected blows, and present seemingly insurmountable obstacles. But the master of their mind understands that these moments are not failures. They are tests of character, opportunities for profound growth, and invitations to tap into a deeper wellspring of strength that lies dormant within them. It's the unwavering belief in your capacity to overcome, to learn, and to ultimately triumph, no matter how daunting the odds. Think of the legendary comeback of Michael Jordan, who was famously cut from his high school basketball team. Did he crumble? Did he quit? Number. He used that rejection as fuel, as an unyielding motivation to prove his doubters wrong, to push himself beyond every perceived limit until he became arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. His mind was a forge of unyielding determination, transforming every setback into a catalyst for even greater effort and an even deeper commitment to his craft. Your setbacks, too, can become these catalysts if you choose to view them not as ends, but as crucial detours on your path to ultimate triumph. This resilience is not a fixed trait. It is a muscle that grows stronger with every challenge you face and every adversity you overcome. It is cultivated through intentional practice, through a conscious choice to reframe setbacks as learning opportunities, to extract wisdom from every struggle, and to maintain an unwavering faith in your ultimate capacity to succeed. This means moving beyond blaming external circumstances and taking radical responsibility for your own internal response. For while you cannot always control what happens to you, you always have the power to control how you react to it. And in that power of choice lies the true secret to unshakable resilience. And underpinning all of this, powering every aspiration, every action, every triumph, is the relentless pursuit of learning. Learning, not as a formal education, but as a lifelong commitment to expansion, to intellectual curiosity, to the absorption of knowledge and wisdom from every available source. The world is constantly evolving. New insights are emerging daily, and those who cease to learn cease to grow. The master of their mind understands that knowledge is power, but applied knowledge, wisdom, is the ultimate leverage. It's the insatiable hunger to understand, to improve, to evolve that separates the truly exceptional from the merely competent. Consider the ceaseless intellectual curiosity of Benjamin Franklin, who was not formally educated beyond childhood, but became a prolific inventor, writer, scientist, and statesman through a lifetime of relentless self-education and experimentation. His mind was a boundless library, constantly absorbing, analyzing, and applying knowledge from every conceivable domain. He understood that the greatest asset is not what you already know, but your capacity to learn and adapt to what is yet to come. Your mind, too, must be this boundless library, constantly expanding its horizons, relentlessly pursuing new insights, and fearlessly challenging its own preconceived notions. This commitment to lifelong learning is not a luxury. It is a necessity in an increasingly complex and rapidly changing world. It means embracing intellectual humility, acknowledging what you don't know, and actively seeking out new perspectives, new information, and new challenges that will push the boundaries of your understanding. It means viewing every experience, every interaction, every setback as an opportunity for profound growth and expansion. And when you consistently feed your mind with the rich nourishment of knowledge and wisdom, you empower yourself to navigate the complexities of life with greater clarity, greater confidence, and greater strategic advantage. So, where do you begin this journey of reclamation? Not with a grand gesture, but with a single deliberate act of intention. It begins with a profound understanding that your mind is not merely a thinking machine, but a powerful creative engine, capable of manifesting your deepest desires into tangible reality. It begins with the unwavering commitment to treat this sacred space with the reverence it deserves, to protect it from the insidious pollutants of negativity and doubt, and to cultivate within it the fertile ground for greatness to flourish. This is your call to arms. This is your moment of awakening. The battle for your success is not out there in the chaos of the external world, but right here, in the quiet, limitless expanse of your own consciousness. Reclaim it, master it, and watch as the world around you begins to bend to the unwavering force of your awakened mind. The time for hesitation is over. The time for self-doubt is past. The time for living a life dictated by circumstance is gone. For in this very moment, you possess the power to forge a new destiny, to sculpt a reality far grander than anything you have ever dared to imagine. The canvas is yours, the tools are within you. Now go forth and create.